If you've been learning Spanish, you'll probably come across one of these things. These are called accent marks or diacritical marks, and I'm going to explain what they mean, how they work, and I will teach you a rule for when you use accent marks, so make sure to watch the entire video. Spanish uses the acute accent, which looks like this. Don't mistake it for the grave accent, which is not used in Spanish. In Spanish, acute accent marks are only used over vowels. They are never used over consonants. Also, there can only be one acute accent per word. One of the uses of these accent marks is to change which syllable is stressed. But before we can use accent marks to change which syllable is stressed, we must learn how to determine which syllable is stressed if there is no accent mark. If the word ends with a vowel, the letter N or the letter S, we stress the second to last syllable. One more time. If the word ends with a vowel, the letter N or the letter S, we stress the second to last syllable. If the word doesn't end with a vowel, the letter N or the letter S, then we stress the last syllable. Example: gato means cat. Gato ends with an O, which is a vowel. We must therefore stress the second to last syllable. There are two syllables in gato, gato, and we do stress the second to last syllable. We stress the ga part, gato. So, since gato follows the rule, we don't need to add an accent mark. Girasol means sunflower. Girasol ends with the letter L, which is not a vowel, and it isn't the letter N or the letter S either. So we must stress the last syllable. Girasol. We must stress the sol part, and we do stress the sol part. Girasol. We don't need to add an accent mark for girasol. Now I'll show you an example where there should be an accent mark. Azúcar means sugar. Azúcar ends with the letter R, meaning the stress should be on the last syllable. But in reality, we stress the second to last syllable, azúcar. We therefore add an accent mark over the U, azúcar. Here is a test. The word examen means exam, and exámenes is the plural form, meaning exams. Should there be an accent mark over examen and exámenes or not? Pause if you need more time. Examen should not have an accent mark since it ends with N, meaning the second to last syllable should be stressed, which also is the case. Exámenes should have an accent mark since it ends with S, meaning again that the second to last syllable should be stressed. However, this time the third to last syllable is stressed, so the A gets an accent mark. Accent marks are also used with question words. Words like qué, quién, cómo, dónde, por qué, cuándo, etc. If these words are used in an interrogative sense, they carry an accent mark. This doesn't change the pronunciation though, since it's the syllable that is already stressed that gets the accent mark. Lastly, accent marks are also used to distinguish between words consisting of only one syllable that are pronounced the same. Just like when we use accent marks with question words, this doesn't change how we pronounce the word. Here are some examples. Sí with an accent mark means yes. Sí without an accent mark means if. El with an accent mark means he. El without an accent mark means the. Tú with an accent mark means you, singular informal. Tú without an accent mark means your, singular informal. Summary: if a word ends with a vowel, the letter N or the letter S, we stress the second to last syllable. And if it doesn't, then we stress the last syllable. Acute accent marks can be placed over another vowel than what the rule says in order to change which syllable is stressed. Accent marks are also used with question words, as well as to distinguish between one syllable words whose pronunciations are the same.